Next tonight, though, East Midlands Today can reveal that almost 600 people have been found sleeping rough in Nottingham over the last year. The city's main homelessness charity has told us that several people actually died on the streets too.
So now a nurse has joined Framework's outreach team to try to help tackle what is a growing problem. Our social affairs correspondent Jeremy Ball reports.
Well, while most of us are tucked up in bed, this lot are out on the streets every single night. It's just after 5 in the morning. For the last few hours, it's been tipping it down with rain. Just imagine what it's like trying to survive in that.
You don't look very well at all, so what's happened to your face?
Suzey, the street nurse, has come to help. She's trying to persuade this man to get urgent medical attention. He spent a soaking night on Mansfield Road in a sodden sleeping bag.
They might have quite serious mental health problems. People would take their own lives. Sometimes there's overdoses. You get people who can't walk, people who have got really serious wounds that are infected and they are at risk of sepsis. People do often die alone or will die in the arms of a friend that they're sleeping rough with.
All right, just checking you're all right, mate.
Rough sleeping's rising across the country and Nottingham's no different. Framework's outreach team has dealt with 576 different people living on the streets in the last year. They can get most of those people into shelters or temporary accommodation, but some are wary of engaging because they feel so let down by the system.
Welfare reform is certainly having an impact. We're coming across people that don't have access to benefits or who aren't claiming benefits that they're entitled to because the system is so difficult to navigate, which is a huge barrier to accommodation. Also, we're seeing just wider cuts to general services, advice, advocacy, prevention services. So people, when they get into a bit of trouble with their rent or with their mortgage, don't really know where to turn.
They've even found people sleeping rough after being discharged from hospital. And Suzey's helped some people who say they were evicted because they were taken to a cash machine at knife point and forced to hand over their rent money. Oh, we just got to Bulwell and just come with me over here. It's a little bit tricky this, through the trees and the thorns. Just have a look over there.
No, he's not in. He's not in.
Others are hiding away in fear of being attacked. The man living here says a group's been throwing tyres at his tent.
I have to look to see if there's any sign of assault really or any sign of that people have moved him on in a violent capacity because he's already got mental health problems and often people are assaulted and head injuries do increase.
And as the city wakes up, its rough sleepers emerge from the shadows.
I've always been scared. It was freezing. I had to get 2 black bags, stick them over, the broad marsh. All I want is just somewhere to sleep at night.
It was really horrible to be out there, to see things, people with black eyes fighting, people coming out the pub to nightclubs. You've just got to be careful where you sleep because otherwise they can rob you and stab you.
This is one of a number of day centres that's helping homeless people with food and support. It's shocking to think, though, that tonight there'll be more people sleeping rough in this city in primitive conditions in 21st century Britain. Jeremy Ball, BBC East Midlands Today, Nottingham.